So we're going to talk a bit about drone videos, a bit about 360-degree videos, and then about the ecosystems which surround them. And it really is amazing the rate of change and innovation which we're seeing in this space at the moment. You know, if you go back just 4 or 5 years ago, these industries literally didn't exist. And today they're billion-dollar industries. And the biggest, smartest businesses in the world are focusing a lot of their time and energy on succeeding in this space.
So at DJI, we are always keen in kind of breaking the boundaries and empowering people being creative. And I think this is the most exciting thing about drones, because they are boosting the creativity of people. They enable people to get angles and perspectives that haven't been able before, and they kind of fill the gap between a ground camera and a helicopter attached camera. And they also make this technology and those angles accessible and affordable to everybody.
Sort of what's most exciting to you about the sort of world of 360-degree video at the moment? What sort of things spring to mind?
Well, I kind of think what you're saying about ubiquity. You know, I think a lot of our filmmakers, when you ask them about drone and 360, they describe it as new technology, and they used to think that that was for the tech folks. That was for the developers, the guys in cubes, and, you know, they're storytellers. They're not tech people. But quickly, these become devices that everyone can access, and not just from a consumer standpoint. You know, Samsung's giving away gears with Galaxy at this point. Cardboard is like $1. So now everyone can have them, and they can have them easily to use. And so that's exciting to just think of the way when tech moves from this niche space to something everybody has.
What sort of things do you think are most important to think about, and how complex is it to get started in this space?
So actually, as I said, DJI made it very accessible, very easy to start with, and that's how DJI became so popular, because they kind of made complex technology very easy to use. You can just like get it out of the box, charge the battery, attach your phone, and you can start flying. So it's very easy, very intuitive. The DJI Go app guides you through the steps, and there's tutorials. So this thing is actually pretty easy to get it up in the air. And then you can train, you get better, you get your shots, you learn. But actually there's a lot of technology and smart functionality built in those small drones already. You have assistance, like the DJI Phantom 4 offers obstacle avoidance system, so it actually sees the world in front of it and builds a three-dimensional map. And if it sees an obstacle, it kind of actually stops, or can even find a way around it. You can mark and track an object, and it will autonomously follow that object. So those are features which are now possible with the latest technology that enable everybody to get those cinematic shots, and you don't even have to be an expert pilot to get those shots.
The cool thing about drones is that, like a traditional camera, you can control the perspective, right? So, and even more so as they get more advanced and can come lower and closer in. The hardest part about creating 360 film is controlling the narrative. So if you're used to creating a story with classic storyboards, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, all of a sudden you have no idea where the person's eye is going to be, right? So you can't say, and then they look here, and then the guy jumps, and then he gets on a horse, and he goes away, because I might not look at that horse, I might look at the thing behind you. And so the approach to creating stories is completely different. You're not going to have storyboards that are chunks. You're going to actually have a circle, like 360, and have to consider every single degree. And so,
okay, and the challenges of flying drones in, like, let's talk about a volcano, for example. And it's usually in Iceland, I guess the weather's not brilliant. What sort of challenges do you face there? The heat of a volcano, that sort of thing. I mean, is that sort of the type of thing which is solved today? Is it stuff you're working on?
Yeah, actually it was like the best product testing we could do, all those 4 events. So, and weather is always a very challenging factor. And we were surprised how good the drone technology already deals with weather. So the volcano was obviously very hot at the bottom, so we flew very close to the magma. We even melted the bottom part of one of our Inspire 1 drones, but we were able to get it back, so no worries. So we still have the drone with a melted bottom. We have so many cool and easy to use tools at our fingertips now, which empower the creativity of people. So just go out, create, be creative. This is the time. I mean, it's so cool to have the 360 drones. There's so much going on. It's just in our heads what we do with it.